By the start of 1979, the future of pop music seemed a long way off, as the combined efforts of the Normal, OMD and the Human League had failed to trouble the charts. But dabbling in synthesizers was becoming increasingly de rigueur, even for dyed-in-the-wool punks. At the other end of the East Lancs Road, another factory band, who would become one of the greatest electronic acts, were taking their first synthetic steps.
The first synthesizer we had in Joy Division was a little thing called a Transcendent 2000, and I actually built it from a load of components. At the time I had insomnia, I couldn't sleep very well. So I used to get this magazine called Electronics Today or something like that, and in it was this synthesizer, and if you were to buy one in those days, it was incredibly expensive, and we didn't have any money, so I thought, well, this is really cheap, it's only like 200 quid, and how difficult can it be to build it? And it was like soldering components in, by hand. It took about 2 months of doing that, and then it didn't work incredibly well, I remember we went to write a track in a studio called Cargo in Rochdale, and when we went in, we found a little Woolworths organ that you switched the battery power, switched it on and it blew a fan. You could play chord buttons on it, so I was messing about with these chord buttons, and then Martin Hannett, I think, had brought in a Selena string synth, and you can play more than one note at a time on it. So I got the organ and the synthesizer and hit these chord buttons and wrote Atmosphere, Joy Division track, and just seemed to write it there in the studio. I think we wrote the music, and then Ian wrote the words that night, and then recorded the vocals the next day, which is amazing when I think about it now.